This episode contains discussions of death by drowning. Listen at your own discretion. It is Friday, the 7th of February, 2025. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. I swear I don't talk about tragic stories on this show, but today we're talking about Jeff Buckley. Jeff Buckley is one of those singers who, to most casual listeners of music, if you know Jeff Buckley, you probably know Hallelujah, which of course is originally a Leonard Cohen song, and it's been covered by everyone and their granny. But the Rufus Wainwright version, the John Cale version, and the Jeff Buckley version are like the iconic ones that people know. The John Cale version is the one in Shrek. The Rufus Wainwright one is the one that's on the Shrek soundtrack, I think, but not actually in the movie. And the Jeff Buckley version is the version that everyone else knows, basically. It's the one that's on the radio, you know? We're not talking about Hallelujah, though. I'm just setting you up. Jeff Buckley is a musician from California. He unfortunately died at the age of 30. He drowned in Wolf River. It's a whole tragic story that he only released one album while he was alive. But that album is one of the greatest albums ever. And that's not me just saying that. That's like, it's generally agreed that Grace by Jeff Buckley is one of the greatest albums ever recorded. And I'm sure part of that is how dead artists are better, right? People like artists when they die because there's immediately an element of tragedy and it gives people interest in it. But like, it was already an acclaimed album before he died. And man, it's such a good fucking album. His cover of Hallelujah is on it, of course. But the song we're talking about today is his song, Lover You Should Have Come Over. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I think it's just generally one of the best songs ever recorded, just objectively. And there's a lot of people who would agree with me there, I think. This is one of those ones where it's got a very specific mood to it. I love listening to this while like walking home and it's raining. It's one of those ones that's great to sing into the storm, you know? So let's go listen to it now and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. And that was Lover You Should Have Come Over by Jeff Buckley. It's just so fucking good. I say this about so many songs. I have a type. I love how it builds up over time. I love how his vocals start really understated and then they just get big and falsetto and messy. It's just so fucking good, man. Anyway, this song, as you probably could tell from the title, but especially after listening to it, it's a breakup song. On Wikipedia, it says, inspired by the ending of the relationship between Buckley and Rebecca Moore, the lyrics concern the despondency of a young man growing older, finding that his actions represent a perspective he feels that he should have outgrown. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, it's so good. He just has such a way with words, you know, and it sounds so natural when he sings them. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. Let's just talk about the lyrics. Looking out the door, I see the rain fall upon the funeral mourners, parading in a wake of sad relations as their shoes fill up with water. Maybe I'm too young to keep good love from going wrong, but tonight you're on my mind, so you never know. Broken down and hungry for your love with no way to feed it. Where are you tonight, child? You know how much I need it. Too young to hold on and too old to just break free and run. So, looking out the door, I see the rain fall upon the funeral mourners. Some people interpret this as being about like the person he's singing about is dead, but because this is based on a real person who didn't die, unlike Jeff himself, one can assume it's more metaphorical. Like he is looking at and seeing a funeral, but it's not her funeral. It just, the sadness of it is making him think of the situation, right? Parading in a wake of sad relations as their shoes fill up with water. It's just such a sad image, you know? And then, maybe I'm too young to keep good love from going wrong, but tonight you're on my mind, so you never know. So he's just reflecting on this thing of, he thinks he's too young to have a committed, mature relationship, but because he's thinking of her, he's like, but maybe not. And then, broken down and hungry for your love with no way to feed it. I mean, there's just a great externalization of his desperation, you know? Where are you tonight, child? You know how much I need it. And then, too young to hold on and too old to just break free and run. So he's saying that he's too young to commit to a relationship, but too old to have an uncommitted relationship, you know? He's in this kind of limbo. And then we get, sometimes a man gets carried away when he feels like he should be having his fun and much too blind to see the damage he's done. Sometimes a man must awake to find that really he has no one. So I'll wait for you and I'll burn. Will I ever see your sweet return? Oh, will I ever learn? Oh, 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 lover, you should have come over, 'cause it's not too late. So, sometimes a man gets carried away when he feels like he should be having his fun. I'm much too blind to see the damage he's done. I mean, it's, this thing of like being in this relationship and kind of losing track of it and not caring, but like just not thinking it through well enough, you know what I mean? I'm much too blind to see the damage he's done and not taking responsibility, Sometimes a man must awake to find that really he has no one. He's kind of talking about like realizing your past behavior after the fact and like kind of slapping yourself in the face and telling yourself to get real, basically. And then, so I'll wait for you and I'll burn while I ever see your sweet return. I'll wait for you and I'll burn is very simple, just like I'll sit here and suffer, I guess, Guess I'll die while I ever see your sweet return. Oh, will I ever learn? Oh, lover, you should have come over, because that's not too late. So that's him saying, I wish you would come over, you should come back. I mean, the genius annotation someone has on here is, you should come back. I changed. I can treat you better. It doesn't have to be over. That feels so manipulative. And I suppose the difference is that, this song it's about that. I mean, it's about the one-sided feelings, but it's kind of singing out in desperation, not actually forcing someone to come back. Lonely is the room, the bed is made, the open window lets the rain in. Burning in the corner is the only one who dreams he had you with him. My body turns and yearns for a sleep that won't ever come. And then we get this wonderful section. It's never over, my kingdom for a kiss upon her shoulder. It's never over, all my riches for her smiles when I slept so soft against her. It's never over, all my blood for the sweetness of her laughter. It's never over, she's the tear that hangs inside my soul forever. Oh, but maybe I'm just too young to keep good love from going wrong. So yeah, lonely is the room, the bed is made, the open window lets the rain in. Again, just giving you an image of someone alone in their room and it's raining, like it's, and the fact that the wind is letting the rain in shows that he doesn't care, right? Burning in the corner is the only one who dreams he had you with him. Again, a reference to him burning, right? It's just very evocative imagery of how alone and sad he is. My body turns and yearns for a sleep that won't ever come. Oof. And then, this whole section is just so fucking good. The repetition of it's never over with a different line after it. So it's never over, my kingdom for a kiss upon her shoulder. That's a reference to Richard III, the Shakespeare play, where Richard says, a horse, my kingdom for a horse. Although I always think of not Marie Antoinette, whose last words? There was someone, hold on, Elizabeth I's last words apparently were, all my possessions for one moment of time. This is what makes me think of as well. Anyway, my kingdom for a kiss upon her shoulder. I would give everything just to kiss her on the shoulder. It's immediately such an intimate image, It's never over, all my riches for her smiles when I slept so soft against her. It's never over, all my blood for the sweetness of her laughter. It's never over, she's the tear that hangs inside my soul forever. I mean, he's giving all these images that are intimate and affectionate, but they're not like, well, they're not sexy, but like he's not saying like, I miss fucking her, but he's also not saying like even that I miss kissing her or just some like vague idea of love. He's saying, I want to kiss her on the shoulder. I want to feel her smile when we cuddle. I want to hear the sweetness of her laughter. Like, it's such specific and soft and intimate imagery, and I love that. And then she's the tear that hangs inside my soul forever. Good Lord. I mean, you get it. Like, reading that lyric, tear also makes sense there, but it is tear. And he's saying like, there's this moment of sadness that will always be inside me. It makes me think of like the inverse of This Blue World by Elbow, the while three chambers of my heart beat true and strong with love for another, the fourth is yours forever. It's like that, but like way sadder. And then, oh, but maybe I'm just too young to keep good love from going wrong. So he's repeating that to himself. And it's kind of like he's saying these really like overwrought, emotional and honest things. And then he's like, oh, but maybe I'm just too young. Like he's like kind of dismissing his own feelings, And then the last part is where it kind of gets all messy and kind of improvisational feeling, It's, oh, lover, you should have come over. Yeah. Yes, I feel too young to hold on. I'm much too old to break free and run. Too deaf, dumb, and blind to see the damage I've done. Sweet lover, you should have come over. How long will I wait for you? Lover, 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 you should have come over, because it's not too late. Man, he really sells the feeling here in the way he sings it. I mean, the part that always sticks in the part that I find really satisfying to sing is the, sometimes a man wants to wait to find that really he has no one. But this whole bit here is just, it feels like scatting almost, like it's jazz, like he's just going for it. And you just feel the feelings come out. And there's lyrics there, but he's kind of improvising them on a bit, lover, 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 oh, it's just so good. You really feel his pain. Love this song. It's so good. I remember remember a few years ago, my friend was participating in a talent show. He sang It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion. But one of the other people who was performing in the talent show did a cover of this song, and I was like, I don't know who you are, but if my friend wasn't performing here, I would be voting for you because I love this song. And he did a good version, but he did it slower than this, and he did the whole song. This song is like almost 7 minutes normally, and it just went on far too long for the talent show. Anyway, that's not Jeff's fault. I just thought of that. Fuck, I love this song. It's so good. I hope you enjoyed it too. I will have this song stuck in my head for a while now because I love this goddamn song. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Break it down. Jeff Buckley is a singer from Memphis, Tennessee. My name is Memphis, Tennessee. And, he's not from Memphis, Tennessee. He's from fucking California. He died in Tennessee. Read the fucking thing before you speak. It's generally agreed that Grace